Hello and welcome to the New Haven Museum. My name is Jason Bischoff-Wurstle, curator of the exhibit Factory. Factory tells the post-industrial underground history of the New Haven Clock Company. The colorful history of this building was often hidden in plain view. In the early 1980s, building owner Tony Agavone took over the lease of an existing club in the factory complex. He turned this club into the Brick and Wood International Café. By the mid-1980s, the Brick and Wood was known as an underground hardcore punk club during the week and an upscale R&B nightclub on the weekends.
New Haven needed a place again to do these kind of like hardcore shows, and Brick and Wood was willing to do it.
It was our CBGBs.
The Brick and Wood's glory days in the mid to late 80s was when the club rose to prominence as a stopgap anchor for the local Connecticut punk scene and the national touring musicians, while the legendary club, the Anthrax, moved from its tiny original location in Stamford to a larger venue in Norwalk. The Brick and Wood's size and 1,000-person capacity made it one of the largest clubs on the East Coast. After the Anthrax reopened, the Brick and Wood was still able to continue into the late 1980s as it gradually morphed into a less popular death metal club. Most punk-related performances were booked by Louis Whitehead and included Corrosion of Conformity, Guar, New York City punk poet Jim Carroll, and an infamous appearance by musician Gigi Allen, who was a wanted man at the time. With the New Haven police waiting at the door, Gigi performed naked, except for cowboy boots, and heckled both skinheads and shotgun-armed Hells Angels. Gigi ran through the labyrinth of the old factory and escaped without major incident. In 1985, Agavone proposed a partnership with WNHC's James Jazzy Jordan that turned the Brick and Wood into the region's leading upscale R&B club. Every weekend, the club was packed with thousands of people with lines down the block. The club enforced a strict dress code, no sneakers, and the staff was always clad in tuxedos. It became the place to be on Friday and Saturday nights.
So it was a well-dressed crowd. The ladies were dressed nicely. Just a really upscale, really nice place to come out to. Probably one of very few at that time that you could even go out, dress nicely, have a good time, not worry about, anything going on. And
patrons would rub shoulders with the likes of Bobby Brown and Rocky's Carl Weathers. Cornel West and Bell Hooks would take a break from their studies while teaching at Yale to bond on the dance floor. Through Jordan's radio connections, both prominent national acts and up-and-comers took the stage of the Brick and Wood. Record labels often specifically sent acts from New York City. These acts included Boyz II Men, Heavy D and the Boys, Eugene Wilder, Marion Meadows, Bobby Womack, and Run DMC.